Go ahead and hit 2 medium springs and 1 heavier spring or medium to heavy spring. And you can go ahead and lie down. So make sure your carriage is geared out to your height and make sure that your doctor has given you the clearance to train. And then just going ahead and slowly lowering down. Alrighty, and just pressing your feet to the bar and just taking a couple pelvic rocks and tilts. So you're really pressing into your palms, drawing your pelvis forward into a rock, and then pulling the belly in and down. So I'll show you with my palms away from the hips, just pressing those hips forward, and then slowly pulling the navel in. And let's go for 4 more. So just draw it down and press it in. 3 more. Maybe starting to match your breath with it. For 2 more. Your inhale brings in new air. You fill up. Your exhale, you empty the lungs. And then we'll meet in a nice neutral spine. I want knees and hips and feet. Check your feet. Do they look nice and parallel? And then pressing into those palms, let's go ahead and open your carriage and bend your knees in. So like I said, I have 3 springs on. At any point, if the resistance is too much for you in these follow along videos, just dial back. So your inhale, you push your carriage open. And your exhale, you engage your glutes, your quads to shut. And really start to feel grounded into those legs over here. Notice your palms ground down as suction cups. And let's go for 4 more. Grounding into your breath. Great work. Let's keep the pelvis nice and heavy, and then as you press open, I want you to start to pull. So coming in 4 inches and pushing out 4 inches and in 4 inches and out 4 inches. And try to go for 8, 7. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your thighs. We'll start this one with no additional equipment, but in the future, you can definitely count on me incorporating the ball, the glute, the ring. Good, push open and then bend your knees all the way to close your carriage. Let's get second position, feet to the bar, right? So footwork is really important to warm up with your breath, your core. So your heels are on the bar. You're gonna feel this more into those outer glutes. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. Take your time. Second position to the bar. Okay, let's push open, find your breath, and ground, bend your knees. Gently pressing open, and exhale, bending it in. So let's go 8 like this, and I just want to remind you the importance of starting with these footwork warm-ups. Letting your breath start to enter into a flow state and a more meditative state. Just breathe. Very good. Let's prepare to pull. So stay with me. Come in just a few inches, out a few inches, and a few inches. And really try to keep the knees tracking with the toes. Notice if there's any pinching sensations in your low back. So we don't want any pinching sensations in that low back. And let's add to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 6. Hold for 5. Hold for 4. Breathe for 3. Keep it going for 2. Strong through both your legs, both your heels. Commit, commit, commit. And then press open And exhale, bend your knees all the way in. Take your time. Second set, same position, push out and come in. Let's add more pulses. 10. 2-inch pulses. 9. Hit the same 2 targets every time. 6. 5, so you'll start to feel it through your pelvic floor. And if you don't, that's okay. We'll talk about it more in detail later. Just breathe. So now you're feeling those legs. Let's stay for 4. Heavy through your hips. Stay with me for 3. Commit, commit, commit for 2. Don't move the carriage. Hold in stillness. Really strong legs. And then push open. And let's close slowly for 3. Don't rush it. Just breathe for 2. Slowly, slowly close your carriage. Good. Alrighty, more footwork. So I want first position, that's a V like this, Pilates V, to the foot bar. We're keeping the same amount of tension. You might start to feel really warm through those legs. So let's push open. Remember the rib cage is down. And let's bend in. So you're going to push open. You're going to lower the heels. Lift your ankles. Close and bend. So inhale, press, lower, lift, bend. Press, lower, lift, bend. Press, lower, lift, bend. For 4, press out, lower your heels, stretch your calves, lift, strengthen your ankles, close with control. 3 more, press, lower, lift, close. 2 more, press, lower, lift, close. 1 more, push it open, lower, lift, close. Good, push out, hold for 3. So you might feel it in your quads a little bit more. Just 2. And 1, go ahead, lower those heels, lift. 3 more, 2 more, lower and lift. Just 1, you're doing great. And close your carriage shut. Very nice, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rocking your legs left to right a few times. And just coming back to this idea of patience and slowness. And refilling your cup, mama, because nobody can fill your cup for you. You have to take that time to fill up your cup yourself, right? So let's go scissor leg. Drop, 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 drop. Snap with me. You're your own instructor now. 8, 7. So I want the legs staying in extension, right? Pointing through those toes. If you feel any clicking in your pelvis, go smaller, go shorter, right? So think of maybe not going with that same range. And then let's slowly go into egg beater, right? So a couple more, I'll tell you when, stay with me. Egg beater, lift your chest if you feel good. So the head is off your carriage. We're crisscrossing with control. And let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get into your deep core. 3, 2, 1. Good, let it go. And find that softness. Join me in a twist. So pulling your knees in and rocking them off towards one side. And if it feels okay, you can catch these shoulder pegs. Let's come back through center, take your time. And then exhale, twist, twist, twist. Come back through center, take your time. You can take a couple chest curls like I did, so press your feet to the bar, hands behind head. Tuck that chin to your chest, roll the spine up any amount, and then lower your spine back down slowly. So this is going to be amazing to check in with any alignment in your spine. One more. Okay, let's switch back to that postural focus. So now that we've done our footwork, come up any way, it does not matter how. And then go ahead and I'll do this facing you, but it doesn't really matter which way you're facing. I just want you to sit crisscross, okay? So you're gonna hug those elbows in. We're gonna take a little bit of an arm warm up, but without weights. So I just want you to tuck those elbows in, drop those shoulders down, take a couple shoulder rolls to really start to feel open and like you have synovial fluid going into those joints. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, sitting tall through the crown of your head. 4 more. Imagine you're squeezing a walnut between your shoulders every time. Good, and then take your time, we're gonna switch. So you're bringing your other leg in front and then you're sitting super tall and let's get right into it. Take a moment, elbows in, extend and lift and bend and draw in. Extend and lift and bend and draw in. And let's just do 8, right? So we'll be progressing and adding weights and stuff and you'll be able to choose how challenging you want your class to be. And if you really want to know, my approach is more about like that longevity of a practice. So not necessarily, having an abrasive approach towards your joints or having like a rushed approach in terms of toning and building muscle, but rather like letting it be a longer term sustainable goal, right? So let's go 3 more. You're doing great. And every time you lift, just notice through the lats what you're feeling. Hold like this. And then bend in, and then we're just going out, in, out, in for a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay with me. 1 last bit of a progression. We're going out, in, out, in. So you want to feel that your back operates kind of like butterfly wings. Now there's multiple butterfly wings and they're all stacked on top of each other. So when you bend in, you feel the pull in, and when you reach forward, they're kind of spreading out. And these postural muscles are really closely attached to the ligaments and so forth through your spine. So I want you to feel all of that really turning on. Let's go for 4 more. For 3 more. For 2. Stay with me, a little bit more. Breath in, let's go up and out and in and out. Continue. I'm pretty sure it's just plain dead. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. I want to see the elbows lifted to shoulder height. 4 more. For 3. For 2, keep that core. So notice if the ribs are pushing out, I want it all contained. 2, 1, stay with me. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just 1 inch. Elbows parallel. Keep it going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold for 5, hold for 4. Did I tell you to drop? No, no, no. Keep the chest proud and muscles active. Just 2 more breaths here, and then let it all go. Nicely done. I'm going to have you take a couple head rocks and a couple shoulder rolls. Continuing with that upper body focus, I want you to grab your short box and bring it up to the shoulder pegs, and then go ahead and have a seat. I encourage you to have one heavy or two, like one heavy, one medium. Doing a bit of this postural work again. So notice here that my feet are grounded in parallel, okay? I do want them grounded, and then I want you to sit super tall, so notice how tall I'm sitting. And then can you just grab these straps just like this? Take an inhale. And we're just going for a pull and a reach. And a pull and a reach. And so what I see a lot is kind of like this down here. I don't want it low. I want it lifted. High, reach. Exhale, pull. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump. For 10. Want to challenge, hinge back. 9. Good. 8. Nice. Feel it through that back and shoulders. 6. 5. 4. You got this. 3. 2. Hold on. 1 for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Are you holding? And let it go. Okay, biceps, right? You're going to carry that baby. You need to have some biceps. I never needed biceps until I had a baby. So let's go. Exhale, curl. 10. 9. So notice how I'm hinging back, and notice how my booty has worked back, right? This is important when you're on your reformer. You want to make sure for biceps you shift that booty back. And notice here I'm taking high biceps, so it's not low. That's pretty easy. It's high. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on. 1, up, down, hold for 3, hold for 2, stay for 1, let it go. Okay, let's continue. Take a moment, take a breath. Back to crisscross, let's hit those obliques, so breath in. Exhale, let's take a hinge, 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 lateral, center, hinge, 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 hinge with a bit of that lateral flexion, right? So we're going core tight, and I'm just dipping my arms down so you have a pretty clear view of how the hands stay close to the chest, how the obliques turn on, and there's just this lateral flexion coming into the spine with resistance to work the upper deltoids, to work the upper back. 2 more. 1 more. Hold, commit, strong, 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 and let it go. Whew. Let's close with just a little bit more upper body. Okay, I have a lot of things to introduce in future videos, so just stay with me. I want to thank you so much for being here today. Let's go ahead. Get rid of the crisscross. You're sitting front facing now, right? So the first bit was rear facing. You're sitting front facing, and I just want some huggetry. A lot of you guys are gonna have to resist down for this. It's going to feel too heavy. I'm obviously a bit trained, so this, I'm gonna keep your tension, lower your tension if it's coming into your joints, please. Let's go. 8. Notice I'm hinging forward, it really helps. 7. Why does it help? Because it distributes the weight into my posture. 5 more. Into my back muscles. 3. We're gonna hold in 2. Hold in 1 for 3, for 2, for 1. Whoo! I'm gonna say some more good stuff for our next next video, let's just take a couple big arm circles. It should feel really nice. All right, good. Of course, hit up some legs and straps, which you're not going to want to miss. So getting rid of that short box and then preparing one medium heavy, one medium, one light. Okay. So just because I'm feeling like the triceps need a little bit of attention, we're going to close with triceps and then switch to legs. So pay attention, challenge your core, hands in the short loops, thanks for your patience, and just press down, lift your chest and head, and tricep focus, right? Bend the elbows, press them down. Make sure your ribs are grounded, make sure your pelvis feels connected to the earth, and let's just do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5. Option to bend and extend your legs for a challenge. 4. Bending and extending for 3. Bending and extending for 2. Bending and extending for 1. Good. And then can you slowly press your feet into the big loops? And join me for some leg circles. Going all the way around, together and up. So send them wide. Send them together and up. Now, this is your practice, right? And you have this video on demand. So if there is a certain set that you particularly enjoy, or in the future as you follow my channel, follow the opportunity to press pause, rewind, and redo that circle. So we're going both directions for leg circles. Switching directions if you haven't already. Let's go 3 more at least. And then maybe the other direction, just a quick check-in, right? You never want to feel rushed in your practice. You always want to feel like you're ready to serve your body and give it what it wants, what it needs. Good, let's go ahead, bend your knees in for butterfly first position and push it out. This always helps with that last bit of hip mobility, knee mobility check-in, and of course that core control. And then once you're there, go ahead, send your heels high. Get a little stretch into the low back, I'm fine with it. And thank you so much. You are all set for today. I am so proud of you. Be sure to drink lots of water and have your protein. Ease yourself out of those straps carefully. Don't hurt yourself. Like and follow for more. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, team. Stay until your heart rate comes down completely and your breathing feels really relaxed and level. So that might be another full minute for me.